It's all about fishing. It's all about hunting. It's all about the great outdoors.
And good morning, and we welcome you to Bear Creek Lodge.
That's right, we sure do. We've got a lot of emails to catch up on, so I'm just going to jump right on into it. To begin with, as of June 1st, the amberjack and gray triggerfish are closed until July 31st in Gulf State waters. So that means no catching them, no keeping them. And so try to remember that. And that's until July 31st. As of August 1st, you can go back to catching them. And it's just a conservation thing, so we can keep bigger fish out in the waters, and we'll be able to catch them a little bit better. The Apalachicola oysters are closed for harvesting in the East Hole until August 31st. They've also lowered the limit. You can now only keep 8 bags rather than 20, and that's per person.
Is it per person or boat? I believe that's boat.
It's per person.
Per person.
Per person. And then no commercial harvesting on Friday or Saturday until after August is over. So September 1st, you can go back to catching them like normal. And then we got an email from Hank. And Hank says, just saw the show. I loved it. I'm a police officer who loves to fish and want to enter my name. Thanks. And you know what, Mr. Hank, we are glad to have the law enforcement watching us, and we support you, and we're glad you support us. So your name's entered, and hopefully you win something. And we've got Mary Lou. Mary Lou says, hi, Captain Roy. My husband and I reside in Sneads, Florida, and are frequent viewers of your show, which we enjoy very much. We would be most grateful if you would enter our names.
Sneads?
In Sneads.
Yeah, we got a lot of viewers over there around Sneads.
That's right. So consider yourselves entered, and hopefully you'll win a trip or some bugs or something from us. And if you'll stay tuned till the end, we've got a call-in for registers, which I'll talk more about at the end of the show here.
Yeah, I've got a couple of fishing trips, and we're going to take a break. And when we come back, I'm going fishing with one of my favorite fishermen. So let's take a break, and we'll come back and do some fishing.
Southern Outdoor Sports, just off the circle on Hartford Highway in Dothan. We carry a large selection of guns, ammo, and reloading supplies, from ground blinds, tree stands, camo clothing, and boots. For the fishermen, we have freshwater and saltwater tackle, rods, reels, and a large selection of lures. We are a dealer for Bimini Bay, Under Armour, Sims, and Orvis clothing. We're also an authorized dealer for Browning, Benelli, Big Green Egg, and Liberty Safes. Outdoor specialties since 1969.
Be one of the first in this area to experience the pleasure and great fun aboard your new stylish Sun Chaser. Sun Chaser has come south to Joe's Motor Service in Hartford, Alabama. Powered by Suzuki or Honda outboards, Sun Chaser will be a new and popular addition to your lifestyle. From the change room to live well to abundant storage and comfort, your Sun Chaser will be a big hit with your family, friends, and fishing partners. Ramp up the fun in your life. See the selection and sizes only at Joe's Motor Service, Hartford, Alabama.
Sunjammers and Hobie Mirage Kayaks set the standard for on-the-water fun. Whether your passion is fishing, sailing, or recreational adventures, Hobie has a kayak for you. Hobie's Mirage Drive mimics nature's proven designs for effective, powerful propulsion to enhance your kayaking experience. Mirage Power, Mirage Performance, Mirage Drive. Hobie, enjoy the ride. Hobie kayaks are available at Sunjammers Watersports in Panama City Beach.
Sure, we don't get to do this very often.
We don't. I know. We need to make a pact to do this at least once a month.
At least.
At least. It's a beautiful day.
We got a good time for fishing, and we're over here in the St. Andrews Bay system trying to catch a redfish. And I believe Cheryl will get one. Look like what have you got there, Cheryl?
Got a little red.
Got a little red.
If you want to come in and get on the camera.
Yeah, if you want to film, you want to be on the camera, you better come on this one. There you got him coming now.
I don't want to lose my glasses overboard.
You want him there, so you want to hand?
Nah, I just
You gonna
grab
lift him?
He's little.
He's little. But he put up a big fight.
He did, didn't he?
He sure did.
Isn't that pretty?
That is a pretty fish.
I'm on
One
the 411.
411.
Pretty little fella.
Yeah, let's get another one.
Okay.
Got a speck. That's a pretty speck. Sure. I know that's not what you like to catch, but
Oh, I don't
I
mind.
do.
That was fun.
Put them all back if you
411.
want to keep some.
Nah.
Back
all
he
back.
goes. Cheryl's got him on there this time. This a little better than the last one.
Lot better.
A lot better. I got a bigger smile out of you this time.
Yep. You were right. They were there. He's gonna go behind the boat, didn't he?
Get behind the boat.
Yep. Wow.
Let me get the motor
Look at
up.
that. That's awesome.
You gonna bring it back? Yeah, oh yeah. Man, I like to see that rod, man, sure.
Wow. Look at that.
You want
That's
it there, or you gonna lip this one?
I may be able to get it.
I bet you lose him off. I'm not gonna count him now if you don't put him in the boat.
You can see him down there. Isn't that
That's
pretty?
a pretty one, that Cheryl. That is a pretty
Look
one.
at that.
Pretty red. I don't believe you pick that one up with your hand, Cheryl. Oh yes, you did.
Look at that.
That's a pretty one.
Isn't that pretty?
That's what. I
That's
see
it
that
right
bait
there.
sticking out of his mouth.
Yep. 411.
411.
Beautiful fish.
That's a beautiful one.
He's just a grunting.
Ready to go, boy.
Put him back.
See you, fella.
That was.
Oh yeah, he's pretty sure.
There we go. Look at there. Taking the 411's to ticket today.
411 to do it today, isn't it, Cheryl? I tell you, Cheryl has been bogged down with producing shows and so forth. And she hasn't been able to fish much, so I wanted to give her this day off. That's 3 nice reds
Yep.
and 1 nice speck. And so far, I haven't got a bite, hardly.
That's because you're doing the camera and you let me fish the front of the boat.
Yeah, I want to give Cheryl a good day off.
We'll put
today.
him back.
There you go. How about that, Cheryl? I did catch one.
Switched over to the Arkansas Glow.
Yeah, you bit the Arkansas glow. There he goes back. When you're around here, we'll get doubles.
Oh, we're gonna get the tables, aren't we?
Mine got off. I think we had twins. Mine got off. Nice. All right.
Well, that looked like a whole bunch of fun there. I love seeing you and Miss Cheryl going fishing.
Yeah, Cheryl and I, we usually do have some fun. She loves to redfish, and bless her heart, I believe she caught 2 good redfish. That made her happy.
How many did you catch?
Cheryl likes to catch red. Hey, I got another film I want to show you. We showed fishing trip that I made with John Chambliss. Now, John Chambliss, of course, makes BB bugs. I guess that probably in this part of the country, every fly fisherman, that's their number one fly to fish with is BB bugs. And we got through fishing, and I asked John, I said, I didn't know what he was going to say. I probably thought he was going to say no. I said, John, I would like to go in there, if you don't mind, and see how you make these BB bugs. And I know that I enjoyed it. What are you girls laughing at?
And she was wanting me to protect her now. And then she touched something over here and thought he grabbed her, and then she come off of it.
I'm sorry. I'll cut it up. It'll be fine.
And on the shade.
It'll be fine. I'll cut it up. It'll be beautiful. I can fix it. I can make it look
Oh,
great.
I'm sure you can, and I'm ready for you. And I'll stop. She touched something and thought it was a bug, and she like knocked
Can we just can you just go to the show now?
Yes.
Is that real?
Yes.
Hey, I'm in the shop down here where the BB bugs are made, and now that's what you make them out of.
Yes, sir. That's Tupelo root.
A Tupelo root. Now, that big old root, it don't weigh. I bet it don't weigh half a pound,
Probably.
and it floats. That's why you use this Tupelo roots. Huh. Of course, you go along the river, you get plenty of them, can't you, John?
Yeah. Got 8,000 acres up behind the house.
Well, I knew you made them out of Tupelo root. I thought you carried those little finger size ones, but you just lay them out.
Yep.
And that's all going to be BB bugs right there.
There's a mini one right there.
I bet there is.
There's a pile of them.
Shoot.
All right, first you have to cut the thing to size. Now that'll be the blank right there.
That's the blank. You got it smooth, and I have you, John.
All right. Now I got to break a set up here. I have.
All right, let me move out of your way.
All right.
What you doing there, John?
All right. Now I'm going to cut the slugs, I guess you would want to call it, for no other name. All right, got them cut.
Now that's the fly bodies, huh? How about that? You know, that's almost like cork. That would be. That's why you have to use Tupelo. You couldn't use oak or pine or.
I think, have you ever seen pine on a sandbar or something that's been sitting there bleached out? It's like now. How long
we call it driftwood.
Yeah, how long it take for you to get it bleached out like that? I don't know.
Okay.
There's your blank right there. And that will be 2 poppers.
2 poppers.
Next, I have to slide it.
You did what to that, John? Okay,
That's
where
the hook slide.
that's where your hook goes. Okay.
Now you got the piece.
That's his face. How about that? It's got,
Yeah, you got the
that's,
cut.
you just made the popper.
All right, then, come up.
What you gonna do there, John?
Now I'm going to go ahead and shake the popper.
Okay, so shake the popper.
It slides.
That's the whole body right there, and that's the popper.
That's the popper.
That's the paintbrush, huh?
Yeah, well, I airbrush it.
Airbrush it. You got a bunch of them on there, haven't you?
600.
There's 600 on there. And you just airbrush them before you do your paint.
Yeah, that's
How
right.
about that?
Normal paint.
Well, John, I appreciate you taking time and showing me all this stuff. I never knew just what was involved really in making the fly. But John, you figure how long will it take you to make a fly?
On these type, from not counting the going out and wading around out there hunting the root, but after I get the root, start the cutting, a little over 4 minutes to fly.
4 minutes to fly.
Yep. And the poppers will take a little bit more, but there's so many steps involved.
Well, you really just started making the popper out of Tupelo roots, right?
Well, I make everything out of Tupelo roots.
Yeah, but before you did make a lot of them out of the cork, didn't
Yeah,
you?
use cork.
But I looked at it like you got it down to a fine science now, John.
I'm working on getting it ironed out. It's still got a little rough spots here and there, but
Well, let me tell you, it got hot and run us in from fishing, wind got up, but we caught
vice president there, he's tired. That's the vice president.
That's the vice president. We caught some fish, and you got to ride on the
electric boat.
the Rhino electric boat, and you was like me, you was kind of proud of it.
I was surprised that it was really it done good, I thought.
Water gets down, John, let's do it again.
All right.
I enjoyed fishing with you.
Well, maybe we can get where we find some fish better this time. It cooperates a little more.
Yeah. Well, we had a big time, John.
Oh, yeah.
The Register Meat Company was founded over 71 years ago by Pappy Register.
Register's premier product is their country-style sausage. It is 100% pure pork and hog casings with their secret seasonings. It's packaged in mild hot, and I mean hot. Their sugar cure bacon is smoked for hours. And Register's premium hams are pumped with their special ham pump. If you're in the Cottondale area, stop by their country store and ask about their Pick 5 program and their veggie bushel. Look for Register's meats at your local grocery.
For everything you need on or off the water, visit the Panama City and St. Andrews Marinas. Both locations provide you with easy access boat slips, ramps, fuel, bait, and tackle. Come visit our ship stores and see our unique nautical gifts and clothing, or just relax with a cool drink and grab a snack while watching the boats come in.
Don't forget that Mariner on your shopping list. Come by and see our unique nautical gifts, cards, and clothing.
I tell you what I like about Coram. I like the food, I like the price, I like the quality, I like the quantity of it. But what I like most about Coram Steak and Eggs is I like that friendly atmosphere that I always find when I dine out there. It's owned and operated by Linda and Willie Coram. They are the original, and they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and their breakfast out of this world. And my favorite is the world famous Coram Heavenly Hash. Coram Steak and Eggs, 804 South Tyndall Parkway.
Just imagine, Econfina Creek and 6 crystal clear sandy bottom springs. Only a short drive from the beach, but a world away. Canoeing, kayaking, picnicking, and swimming, fun for the whole family. But who knew? Well, the secret is out, and families of all ages are enjoying this one-of-a-kind adventure down the creek. As you float downstream with the current, you're surrounded by a canopy of green, Birds sing overhead, and icy cool pools of crystal clear spring water lure swimmers into the pure exhilaration of a bubbling spring. Chances are you've been coming to the beach for years without ever hearing about Econfina Creek or Econfina Creek Canoe Livery, a family-owned and operated business. But this easy-going addition to any vacation itinerary will create long-lasting memories of an adventure everyone can enjoy. No experience is necessary and everything is included. Your kayak or canoe, paddles, and life vest too. And though all good things must come to an end, this journey ends perfectly with a shuttle waiting for your return upstream. And just like that, you're safely on your way back to the beach with a pocket full of photos and some unforgettable memories. Every vacation is more fun with Econfina Creek Canoe Livery, and thousands of paddlers can't be wrong. So enjoy the serenity of it all and sit, float, swim, and picnic on Econfina Creek, the world's most natural wonder. Econfina Creek Canoe Livery is located 1 mile north of Highway 20 on Strickland Road, midway between Highway 77 and 231.
So let me tell you what the commotion was all about just before we went into that film with John Chambliss. A yellow fly got in the studio and got after the camera lady, and she just had a commotion back there, but we got that all settled down behind us, and so let's get back to the show.
Did you say that everything in that workshop was handmade?
John Chambliss made that. What it amazing how he could make those things, and they just came out perfect. He makes a bunch of them. Let me tell you, he sells them all over this part of the United States, I reckon. But I enjoy. Thank you, John, for letting me go fishing with you and letting me go in there in your shop and see how you made those things. I won't tell anybody.
Now, I have seen you hunt all kinds of things, and I've heard you talk about bears and deer and everything, but did I hear you talk about a panther one time?
Yeah, I did. Of course, now in this part of the country, they were not called panthers. They were called painters. Old black painters. I heard those old yarns. You know what a yarn is? It's probably not the truth, but it's something that's passed down from one generation to the other. And I've heard those yarns all my life about the black painters, some of them getting after people and people hearing them hollering and so forth. One fellow up there at Red Bay said one got up in his fig tree and ate his figs. First place, folks, ain't no such thing as a black painter, a panther. Especially a black painter. Anyway, I'll tell you a quick story. I've got a bunch of them, but when my wife and I first married, we lived with my sister up there in West Bay. She ran the grocery store with a house built on the back of it. And we were in the store closing time at 9 o'clock at night. And we were almost ready to close the door, and a man come running in the store. And folks, he was scared. And I didn't know what was going on. But he asked me, he said, "Have you ever heard a painter holler?" I said, "No, sir. I don't believe I ever have." He said, "Well, come out here and listen." Well, I went out the door of the store, and when I got out there, that thing screamed. Let me tell you, that was a blood-curdling scream if I've ever heard one. It was bad. And when he hollered, I looked coming down the road, and there was a dog running with his tail down between his legs coming from up there. Let me tell you, he was getting it. Every dog in West Bay was barking. And I told his name was Mr. Rossi Bryant. Now, Rossi, Mr. Bryant's got kids that probably remembers this story. And I said, "Well, Mr. Bryant, let me go get a gun and a light, and we'll go see that painter." And he said, well, he had to go back home because he left his wife and kids, and said they were scared to death. So I went and got my daddy's old 30-30, the one he killed so many bears with, and a hand light, and started to get in the old Jeep that we used to gator hunt on. I didn't have but one light on it, I don't think. It didn't burn. But about that time, my brother-in-law, Mr. Gerald Bass, if the old folks know him, he was the undersheriff of Doc Daffin all the time Mr. Daffin was sheriff here. He came home, and my sister made him go with me. He was a little bit reluctant because he heard the thing scream. We went up the road about a quarter of a mile. Up there was the community garbage dump. Every community used to have a garbage dump. West Bay wasn't any exception. We knew that was about where screaming was coming from. We pulled up there to that garbage dump. And the little two-rut road turned off the highway and went out there to it. And when we got there and turned that Jeep off, boy, I'm going to tell you, she started screaming and coming toward us. I jumped out and I got the rifle. I got Gerald to get behind me. I squatted down and put that old 30-30 rifle up there and got ready. I told him, I said, now when you hear them cans rattle, you turn that light on. And all of a sudden, I mean, the cans rattled out there. There was a commotion. Turned the light on, and folks, this is going to hurt the story. What we saw was a lady, a woman. And we went out there and got her up, and she was drunk. Let me tell you, she was bad shape. And we got her in the Jeep. She said that she'd been out there having a party with some friends, and the friend went off and left her. And she was out there wandering around in the dark. Well, I'll tell you what, she knew where she was the next morning because a girl called the jail, and they had a car come up there and pick her up. And they took her to jail. I would imagine that they arrested her for disturbing the peace. But let me tell you, I'm glad I went up there. If I had not gone up there and checked that story out, everybody in West Bay would have believed all their life that a panther had come and tried to attack West Bay.
Here now, I believe you've got to tell us about Buddy Anderson's boat.
Yeah, I did. Have you got the telephone number?
He says, due to progressive degenerative joint arthritis, my fishing days are over and I have a like new boat, motor and trailer that I'm going to sell. It is a 16-foot aluminum Extreme Boats bass boat with a 40 horsepower Mercury 4-stroke motor, stick steering, 46-pound thrust trolling motor, a circulating live well, an automatic electric bilge pump, a fish finder depth finder, two 20-number electric operated anchors front and rear, and an all aluminum trailer. It has not been in the water in over a year and has been stored in my enclosed home garage, but I crank it and run it with a garden hose attached at least once a month.
So give Buddy a call at this number and let him tell you about the boat. We're going to have a call in today.
All right. Speaking of calling, y'all give us a call at 850-722-9382 because this week you're calling in for
a Pick 5 registered meat. How about that? Now remember, you've got to go to the store at Cottondale to pick up this meat. So take that in consideration when you call for the meat. But registered to Pick 5. We got to get out here. Thank y'all for watching the program, folks. And remember to tune in next week at the same time. And remember to always
try to be as good to him as he is to you.
Good day.
YOLO, Grandpa.